Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading where you get to choose the deck. So hold in mind whatever question you have, whatever your situation is, and you're going to go ahead and pick a deck, maybe even two decks. So the first deck you have to choose from is my love deck, obviously answering some love questions. Next, we have my Wildwood deck. Then we have the Enchanted Tarot. Next we have my Angel deck. And then my personal deck, which you guys don't get to see very often. It is very personal to me, but I know you guys have really enjoyed some of the messages that have come out from it. So go ahead and take your pick. And thank you to whoever ends up doing the timestamps on this reading. You guys know that I don't usually do the timestamps. I don't know, I just don't like doing it. Also, I'm dyslexic, and so I always get the numbers mixed up. You guys end up correcting me on it anyways, so that's something I really appreciate. Anja does the timestamps a lot. Thank you so much, girl. I really appreciate that. Some of you guys also do them, and so thank you to whoever ends up doing the timestamps on this. I really appreciate you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start first with the love deck. So let's see what message wants to come out to those of you guys who choose this deck. Oh, wow. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, you guys. It may not apply to everybody, but lately I've been getting some pretty good reviews on these pick-a-card readings. So first of all, what I'm seeing is release your ex, and this is reversed. So there might be a few of you guys that are wondering, like, should I go back with my ex? Is it going to work out with us? Someone from your past you're wondering about? For a lot of you guys, the answer is no, and you need to release this person. I think because of what you went through with this person, it's making you feel like you don't know how to move forward to find a new love. And so it's easy to want to go back to this person that you were with because it's all you know. And this actually reminds me of going through abuse along my earlier journey. And then I continued to choose abusive types of people to date and to be friends with because that's all I knew. I just didn't understand, like, there were other types of people out there, and all I knew was, like, abusers. So I kept going back to my abusers, and I kept choosing abusive people to surround myself with. So this is pretty normal. And so don't feel weird about it or anything. It's just maybe you're stuck on this person because you had some kind of trauma bond with them, and realize that that's something that people kind of do, or that happens when you go through a lot with someone, or you're in a toxic relationship, or a relationship is really just decayed, and you've kind of left that energy behind. It's normal to think like, okay, like, should I still be with this person? Like, should I continue this? I miss them. It's because maybe you had a trauma bond to them. So definitely research trauma bonding. Ask yourself, am I bonded to this person because of the love and the light, or because of everything we went through together and the intensity of that? And so it's time for you to let go of your ex. And then there's this beautiful message here that it's safe for you to love. And I want to read this to you guys. This is one of the most beautiful messages in this entire book. So, this card indicates that you're protecting your heart from hurt because of painful relationship experiences. However, the universe can only bring as much romance as you'll allow inside. If you have a shield around your heart, how is love to get in? A closed heart repels the sensitive partner you're trying to attract. Following your inner guidance will protect you and simultaneously allow you to feel loved and loving. Trust your intuitive senses with respect to other people's trustworthiness, and open your heart to those who are kind and gentle. Ask the universe to bring caring individuals into your life. Listen to your inner guidance. I love that. So, I do feel because of the energy of this relationship, it left you kind of just in this place where you're still trying to figure out your life and trying to figure out what you want. So if you are in like a separation right now, or you're on your own, or you're single, keep in mind that you have a beautiful opportunity now to kind of refocus what your goals and what your plans are, and to be able to visualize a beautiful life for yourself. And that's something you want to take the time to create. Allow this energy to settle. It's so normal to want to jump back into a relationship because we are all afraid of being alone. And when you've been with someone for so long and you're used to being in a relationship, you know, it's hard to be alone, and you feel lonely, and then you get sad and you get depressed. And it's easy to just think, you know what, I want another person to love, you know, romantically in my life, and that's going to fix everything. But what ends up happening is you carry all of your baggage from this relationship into your next one, and you can end up repeating the past, or it can make the relationship a little rough. Case in point, actually, I met my current partner shortly after I released an ex. And the beginning of the relationship, I was so full of doubt and fear and projecting all this stuff onto him that it kind of kept me from being able to be in the moment and really be able to enjoy that beautiful honeymoon period you get in the beginning of a relationship. So I know everything happened for a reason for me. Sometimes it's never perfect timing when you meet someone, but if you have the opportunity to be able to kind of pace yourself and let your energy balance and refocus yourself, then take it. But then next, I actually see there is somebody coming into your life. Maybe this has already happened and you're asking about this person. And I see a playfulness between you guys. And it's just youthful energy. This person might like to take you out into nature, or I just see you guys going on adventures, having a lot of fun. There's a message that this could be the one. You've met the romantic partner that you seek. A lot of you guys know who this person is. You're holding this in your mind right now. There's a lot of passion here, and I don't see that between you and your ex. And so this relationship is more suited for you. If this person hasn't already materialized in your life yet, this is what's coming. And I do see this as a past life relationship. So you guys have known each other before, so there's going to be a more intense connection here. And this playfulness is really what's standing out to me. It's not as heavy and dense as the energy I'm feeling over here with your ex. And so I hope that this reading resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Peace out. Now, for those of you guys who chose my Wildwood deck, I'm really interested to see what messages will come out for you. So let's go ahead and draw. Ooh, some good cards are coming out. So, this is the Sun. Things are going to be looking up. I feel like those of you guys who chose the Wildwood deck chose it for a number of questions and a number of different themes here, but it seems what we all share in common is that there's this frustration at this part in the journey we're at right now, because we really want to see things manifest. We really want to see things coming through, because it's been months of just this spiritual work and inner work, and some of us have been working hard, some of us have just been resting and retreating. The energy has taken us in many different places. We've had some big energy shifts. You know, we've had Uranus go into Taurus after around 80 years of being, I believe it was in Aries before, I'm not sure, but I just know that Uranus was in another sign for almost 80 years, and then bam, it switches over to Taurus. And so Taurus is highlighting comforts and sensuality and food and family and relationships and work. And so these areas of our lives are really starting to change. We're feeling a big shift, but we're frustrated because what we're looking for hasn't materialized yet. And so you're waiting for something to come through. You wanted big change in your life. You're really flowing with this energy, but it just hasn't happened yet. But I see things changing soon. You guys all know I've been talking a lot about Jupiter retrograde. I'm really excited to do more readings towards the end of July and August, because I have a feeling that there's going to be big major shifts happening then once Jupiter goes direct. And so this is kind of telling you, like, look forward to this beautiful energy that's coming in. Like, yes, you're going to get what you want. I see a time of celebration. And so let's go ahead and look at this celebration card. I actually haven't read this one in a while. Four of Bows. Four of Bows. So they're saying, While focus, effort, and dedication are inherent in the mastery of any skill that requires patience and practice, a time for relaxation and thankful celebration is also valuable. Without the timely and earned reward of indulgence, pleasure, and friendship, we become detached and isolated from those who we share a kinship with. To be able to relax and share in the bounty is a part of the human spirit healing process, and this is how we refresh and nourish our soul. Whether the celebration is a traditional festival or the marking of a personal achievement, to allow the empowering energy of carefree celebration and laughter to revitalize our resolve and rekindle our desire is a gift from which the reflection on the beauty, generosity, and natural wonder becomes available. To share and exchange the bounty of good fortune with those we love and respect is the most rewarding celebration in which we can indulge ourselves. Dang, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. Basically, there's going to be a time of celebration. And you know what's interesting? This morning, right when I woke up, I went out on the porch and I was staring at the pyramids outside my window. It was such a cool view. And I was getting ready and getting pumped to do readings for the day, like I always do. And I had this realization. I was thinking a lot about LA and going back there because I have some work to do there eventually. And my partner was saying, the one thing we're probably really going to realize when we go back there is how stressed out people are. I have times where I get stressed, but I've really been learning how to anchor myself in the flow of life and just doing things day by day. And I've structured my life so that I don't have to stress anymore. Because we have that option, we don't have to stress. And so what I've realized in my life is the most valuable thing you can do to help your stress levels and to also help your financial status and your money and your abundance and manifestation is to follow the path of your inner child. Do things that are fun. It's not about being reckless, but it's about making sure that you put a little bit of play in your day, that you always have something to look forward to, that you set goals for yourself and reward yourself with something that's fun, and that you spend time around friends and you make room for that in your schedule. And if you don't look, the fly is right on this move. It knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that you make time in your schedule to be able to connect with people. And if you don't have any friends, it's about making the effort. We've been talking about that so much lately on the channel, about making the effort to meet friends, whether that's signing up for a group class, doing group exercise, going on the Meetup app and showing up at meetups to meet friends, taking part in community events, getting coworkers together, asking friends you already have, hey, do you want to invite some more friends? Do you have any friends, that would get along with me well? Really being proactive, taking a class, taking a course, going places where you can meet new friends. And this is very important. And I actually see that new friends are going to come into your life. Just pray for it. I was really praying for a friend that I would meet on this trip because I'm traveling the world and I was really nervous. I've got you guys here on this channel are my friends, and you guys have seriously kept me company this whole way. But of course, in real life, I wanted to meet some people, and I was worried, just about being trapped with my partner all the time. Not that I don't mind that, but I wanted to make more connections. And it was really beautiful. When I was in France, I stumbled across this healing festival, and there was this girl there that came up to me because she realized that I wasn't from there. And she asked me where I was from, and we talked a little bit, and she started talking about the forest and how beautiful it was, and she's like, let's go on a walk. And I realized how beautiful she was, and I was like, girl, you should model for me. And so we ended up hanging out a whole bunch while I was in France for months, and I hung out with this girl a lot and got to know her, and she's now one of my close friends, and we're emailing each other, and I'm probably going to go back and hang out with her some more. So that was a blessing. I just decided to go to this festival, and bam, I met somebody. And so, I could have stayed inside my house that day. I could have just stayed on the internet. I could have just kept working. But I decided I'm going to take a break and just go for a walk. And then bam, I stumble into that festival. And I was divinely led to do that. I wasn't supposed to be even anywhere near that festival. I was going to go on a walk by the river, but a voice inside me told me, you should go over to the church and to the town square. And so I just did, and bam, there's a festival. So, praying. I was praying and manifesting and intending that I would meet some friends. Another thing that was funny, I was supposed to be in Europe for a while, but I was just kind of getting sick of the city life and the like after a while, all of Europe just starts to seem like the same thing. I do want to go back to see, you know, Spain and Italy, but I just was like, I want to go somewhere really exotic. I'm over this. And I started to feel like I want to go on more of a spiritual journey. And so I changed my flight at the last minute to go to Egypt. And it turns out one of my friends knew I was going to be in Europe, and she's like, hey, are you going to be in Europe on these days? And I was like, no, I actually changed my trip. I'm going to Egypt. And she's like, wait, when are you going to be in Egypt? Turns out we were going to be in Egypt at exactly the same time. And so I hung out, you know, a couple times with this friend here in Egypt, this friend from back in LA, and she modeled for me. You guys might see her all over my account, my Instagram, at rainbow__harmony on Instagram if you want to follow me. And so long story short, you know, randomly the universe just aligned stuff so I could have some friends and not be so alone on this journey. So I know if like the universe can do that for me, it can do that for you. It just takes prayer, it takes intention, and it takes actually following through. You know, I could have easily gotten here to Egypt and just blown that friend off and been like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna not do anything. But I cleared a day out of my schedule to hang out with her, and we had a great time. So this is about you having to follow your intuition, listening to your inner voice. You know, that time that I decided to walk into the town center and I found the festival, I could have easily have ignored that voice that was telling me you should go somewhere else. I could have been like, nah, I'm just gonna stay by the river, you know? So this is about following your intuition, taking action that you're guided to do, and maybe needing to move in a different direction. So I do see, for some of you guys too, there's something about a move coming through. I had a feeling about that. A lot of you guys are moving, changing locations. It's kind of that time of year, and also that energy is kind of in the air. And then there's something going on with mourning, like your depression and like the grief you're experiencing because of some kind of loss you had in your life, whether it's a physical loss, like you lost your property, or you lost someone in your life, they passed away, or maybe you broke up with somebody, or you have had to step away from a group of friends or from your family or something like that. You know, I'm seeing there's a sadness here that's still affecting you. But you have to realize this is actually a very powerful tool. This death and loss cycle is actually what leads you to rebirth. So while you're going through death and loss, I'm not telling you to be happy. You're obviously going to be terrified and sad and distraught and confused and crying and upset and depressed and wanting to kind of shut yourself in a little bit, and that's definitely part of the cycle. But I'm seeing that there's something coming on the other side of this for you, a big manifestation, and the breath of life. Let's actually read this card. I've really been in the book a lot lately. Ace of Arrows. Let's turn to that page in the book. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is about you deciding what it is that you want. Sometimes this death cycle can lead you to this point where you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna move forward. When I had a huge loss in my life, I went through so much, and then that's when I realized that I wanted to start Rainbow Harmony, because I wanted to talk about what I've been through. I wanted to like share with people. I wanted to tell people, you know, if you're depressed, you're not alone. And I was like, wow, you know, if I could get depressed, so many people out there are probably depressed. So, you know, maybe this death and loss is going to lead you to some profound realization or something. It's going to help you manifest what you want. So they're saying, by breathing life into a thought and pursuing it to its material creation in the world, we engage in an ancient and unique relationship with the universe and the divine. Our minds are linked to a greater consciousness, its power and effectiveness waiting only for the question. As the first formation of an idea or concept crystallizes in your mind, the primal creative energy connects you to the breath of life. This energy can be summoned and applied to achieve your desires. Clarity of purpose is key. So you need to be like, what's my purpose with this? Like, what do I want? And that's the thing. A lot of times people don't end up manifesting anything or really what they want because they don't actually have the strength to admit, this is what I want. You know, I want this and I'm going to commit to it, and I'm going to hold a vision in my head. You know, an easy way to commit to your desires is to make a vision board or a mood board. Scroll back a couple times on my channel. you will find a video called How to Make a Vision Board, and there's a great tutorial for that I posted. So they're saying sometimes an unconscious impulse or drive makes you aware of a hidden issue or need. Such issues may appear in your dreams, often signaling their presence in this way because of a lack of attention paid to them, or a lack of confidence in your own processes and abilities. So it's time to bring this to awareness. Keep a dream journal and start writing about your dreams. Because maybe you're frustrated because you just haven't been able to manifest the things that you want. Maybe it's a group of friends, maybe it's a move or a change you want to see in your life. I do see that you'll be fulfilled. And this is actually saying the universe has really unique ways of being able to reach into your life and to be able to manifest the things, help you manifest what you want. And so this is a beautiful card that's just telling you, like, I love this card, especially this hand right here. He's just like, hold up, you're worrying for no reason. Shit's gonna work out. The universe, don't forget, like, the crazy things the universe can do, like the miracles, getting you in the right place at the right time, the alignment. Just hopefully my little stories I told you about how I met friends on this journey will help you to know, like, there's crazy random stuff that can happen. Like, things can be aligned for you. This is the Seer. I have a feeling that there's a couple of you guys who are watching who are tarot readers and who are trying to, like, get your own channel started and maybe get some clients going. This is specifically to those of you guys who are watching this one. You were guided to pick this for a reason. I think this is a message that you're on the right track, that you do have this gift. There are many people who are going to be able to benefit from it. Don't be threatened by people like me or other people on YouTube who've got their own thing going on. Remember that you are on your own path. You're doing your own thing. Just because there's a million other tarot readers out there doesn't mean that, like, you have to be in competition with them, or that you're not as good as them, or that you're never going to be able to make it or something. Turn a blind eye to people like me and to people who, other people out there who are doing this. And, you know, it's okay to steal ideas from people. You can even take my pick a card reading topics and do your, literally, I don't even care if you steal my topics and just do it on your channel and just do it in your own way. Even if you're using the same decks as me, I don't care. The way I see it is when you win, I win. When I win, you win. We're all part of the same family. So anyone out there who is thinking about trying some kind of spiritual just hobby or career, maybe you're thinking about getting a crystal shop up or trying Reiki, or maybe you've been waiting for a message. Should I go with tarot? Should I try this out? Go for it, you know? If you have this gift, you know, it's fun, it's creative, it's very fulfilling, it's awesome with knowing you can help other people. It's not always fun and sunshine, you know, there's days where you get very tired. Sometimes you've got a lot of clients to handle at once, but that's always a good problem to have, having a lot of clients. And you have to really take care of yourself and make sure that you're getting time to rest and that you're having fun and that you're filling your own cup. But overall, I see this as a message for you. That might not be a message to everybody who's watching this. This is just for those of you guys who really resonate with this part of the reading, okay? Now, there's another group of you guys watching who you were with somebody who you thought it was your twin flame, okay? But then you realized that there was this darkness inside this person and this intense energy. And once again, this part of the reading may not resonate with everyone. The beginning of the reading was for everyone. This message is just for the tarot readers, and this one is just for a select group of you guys if you resonate with it. And something about this person made you think it was your twin because you guys had this extreme energy together. And in many ways, you guys kind of read each other's minds and finished each other's sentences, and you had this relationship. But now I see that you're realizing that there's this darkness here. This person isn't going to be able to dig themselves out. You've been giving and giving and giving to this person, and they just seem to take and take. And so this person's actually kind of a narcissist or maybe even an abuser who kind of fooled you, and now the mask is off and you can see the truth. And so this is scary, and you're like, crap, I got to get out of this relationship. And so this is a message you're going to be guided out of this. You will be leaving difficult times behind gracefully. And in retrospect, you'll be able to look back on this relationship and see the lessons and the blessings you got from it. But right now it's really tense. There's a message for you just to take care of yourself, to kind of keep your plans to yourself as far as leaving them. You might need to get everything in order and then just leave and leave a note. Or you might need to just get everything in order and just have it already figured out and then just tell them we're going to break up. You know, you might not want to leave a discussion with this person because they know how to suck you back in. For the people that have already left this person, because a few of you guys did resonating with this, but you've already left this person, now you're left with this darkness because of the person and what they projected onto you. And so now you're learning that you're valuable, you're worthy, it's okay, you can love again. And this might even tie into the message from number 1, the love deck. So you might, if this is resonating, you might want to go listen to the message from the love deck. To kind of, it kind of goes more in depth, but I do see someone else coming into your life. I see you spending time on your own, like single for a while. This is about you regaining your inner and outer beauty and feeling like no matter what this person said, no matter how they treated you, you are still a beautiful, divine being, and you still have your own power. And you know, this is about not letting someone take your power from you anymore and not letting you feel inferior. So yeah, a lot of different messages coming out from this deck. I'd love to know what part of it you resonated with, or even if all of it. And I hope that you enjoyed this. Peace out. So next we're gonna go ahead and pull from my Enchanted Tarot. So let's see what messages are coming out for those of you guys who chose my Enchanted Tarot deck. This is my newer deck, so I'm still consulting the book on this one, but it's great. Things are really starting to stick out from this deck. Ooh, I love the way that these cards look on this rug. So the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a very positive card. It has to do with the cycles in your life. And we've talked a lot recently, especially about how all of life is a cycle between rebirth and then death, okay? So this is rebirth, this is death, and then there's transitions in between. So what the Wheel of Fortune is trying to bring to your attention is that you're going to reap what you sow. That's why it's really important in life to watch after your thoughts, to watch after your actions, and to even get your emotions under control. You know, feel like balanced in a place to where you can freely express yourself, and don't be paranoid that if you think a bad thought or if you feel sad or depressed that like nothing good's gonna happen. It's just about being authentic and learning how to continually pull yourself back to that peace. And some really great ways to be able to do that, to get more specific, is spending time out in nature, getting your feet in the dirt, being able to meditate. YouTube has so many amazing meditations, and maybe in the future I'll make some for you guys. Eating healthy foods like organic, you know, fruits and vegetables, and drinking lots of water helps. Getting some sunshine, hanging out with people that are just want to be in the moment with you and have fun. Maybe people that you can work on a project with and be creative with, or people you can go to the gym with, or people who like to hike and love nature, a book club or something like that. Not people who just want to sit around and talk about, you know, talk shit on your boss, or want to just complain all the time. You know, people are going to be real. You know, we'll have stuff to share that we're upset about, but if that's all that's ever on the table, it's all your friends and the people around you want to talk about, is just, you know, just always bringing the vibe down. You really want to watch the people that you're surrounding yourself with, and know that all of that is getting into your subconscious, and you're going to pick that up. So you want to surround yourself with good energy. You want to kind of clean out your life a little bit. This could even talk about cleaning house, getting rid of objects and items that just aren't vibing with you anymore. That can actually really help you manifest things. I remember in the past trying to manifest money and just feeling really blocked, and then my partner and I would be like, okay, let's just go through the house and let's just get rid of stuff and, you know, donate it and see if that helps. And then bam, you know, we'd get some huge windfall of cash or something right after doing that. And so sometimes you need to get rid of items. You know, this is about getting rid of people, places, things, situations that no longer serve you, which we're constantly talking about on the channel. They're saying if you have prepared well and you've behaved honorably, there's going to be a time of success coming for you. And also be knowledgeable about the cycles of life. You know, go ahead and research the moon cycle and realize that there's certain times in the month when it's really good to take action. And then there's other times in the month where you just need to surrender and rest. And so if you're really pushing to make things happen during, for instance, the balsamic moon, when that's the end of the moon cycle and you're supposed to be resting, then it's going to be difficult for you to be able to make anything happen, and you might feel frustrated. You might feel like everything's falling apart. But if you go with the flow in that part of the cycle and you rest and you nourish yourself and maybe take a break from your workout routine and just kind of, you know, go to the spa or just go to the pool or go on a relaxing walk or take a picnic and just don't really expect much, then you'll feel a lot better and you'll feel a lot more in tune with the cycle. So just Google, you know, how to follow the moon cycle, how to manifest with the moon cycle. It's really fun to research. It's really easy to do. It's simple. And do that and let me know what you guys think. Try it out. So this is a message that what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow, and so you need to really think ahead and consider your actions. And they're saying to avoid being ruled by fate, take responsibility for your life and what happens to you. That's the first thing I ask myself when shit hits the fan is, how did I create this? You know, I stopped complaining and acting like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? I think, you know what, this is happening to help bring me to a better place in my life. Or this is happening because I created it. And, you know, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to get upset, I'm not going to get frustrated, you know, because something bad is happening or something that I didn't plan for is happening. I just try to find a way to go with it. Case in point, my laptop. You guys see this? I stepped on it and I kind of broke it. And at first I was like, oh fuck, like what the heck, you know, because I'm traveling. I don't want to spend all y'all's money on a laptop right now. I do have a plan to get a nice MacBook, and that's really going to help me be able to edit my videos and take things to the next level. I want to get some ASMR equipment for you guys. I've got plans for that. But right now what's more important is kind of building my business in other ways. And so I don't necessarily want to drop a bunch of cash on that right now, although it's something I'm manifesting. So I was really upset because I was like, dang, this is the only laptop I have, like, what the heck? But then I realized I was manifesting a laptop and was just like, you know what? This is a sign. Yay, I broke my laptop. Woohoo, at least it still works, you know, looking on the bright side. And then realizing, you know, this is a sign that I need to start working towards that little by little, you know, in my savings account or something, start adding some extra money to it for the laptop. And so that is something you guys will see in a couple months. I'll probably announce that I have the laptop, and it just got me to basically center myself more on that goal of trying to manifest it. And you know what was great about this? I was manifesting a laptop and someone actually bought this for me. It was really sweet of them. A client actually. It was really random, but I was so thankful for it. And I realized on my manifestation list I had written, I want a laptop, but I didn't specify what kind I wanted. I didn't specify that I wanted like a MacBook Pro. And so then I wrote, okay, I want a MacBook Pro, but I'm thankful that I got this laptop. So the universe works in mysterious ways. You reap what you sow. Sometimes when something breaks down or it's not working or you mess something up or whatever, it's because something better is coming and like you're getting ready to make space for it. So I took that as a sign. I was like, this is a sign. At first though, I was upset. I was, you know, mad, a little angry. I didn't cry. If I broke my phone, I'd probably cry. But, you know, then I kind of realized, okay, how did I create this? And I realized, okay, I'm trying to manifest a new laptop. So, you know, I probably just broke this because there's a part of me that knows it's coming soon. You know, it's a message, it's a lesson. And so, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to manifest this new thing. So just know, like, that's kind of how you should start looking at things. If you can do the same thing, you know, react to whatever it is that's breaking down. You know, don't just pretend like you're happy. It took me a little while to go through those emotions, and I naturally came to the point of, you know, this is a message, this is a lesson. Even the smallest things, you can see the lesson and you can see what you're creating. And so they're telling you it's time for you to take risks. and to be open to a new or unexpected opportunity. So something new, something unexpected is coming in. Really excited for you guys. The Six of Pentacles is talking about generosity. They're saying express your needs and other people will help you answer them. Kind of how I expressed my need for a laptop. I was talking to my client. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, like I have to like call you back because in order to like schedule this thing, I need to hang up and do it on my phone, then I'll call you back. And then she was like, you know what? I just bought you a laptop. And I was like, what? She's like, what's your address? And I was like, oh my God, what the heck? So, you know, I kind of expressed a need, and people will help you do it. Another case in point is yesterday. You guys, if you saw the card of the day from yesterday, I was so tired that I couldn't actually do the card of the day, but I didn't want you guys to miss out on that. So I expressed a need. I told all of you guys that I needed your help. And a lot of you guys sounded off in the comments on that video and wrote these beautiful messages about the card of the day. So if you haven't already, go back to yesterday's card of the day and go ahead and read all the comments because it's beautiful, and I love how talented and gifted all of you guys are. So many beautiful, talented writers and tarot readers and energy readers here following me on this channel. So always doing examples from my own life to help you guys kind of understand these cards, but maybe you have an example in your own life. Go ahead and leave it below if you have an example of a time that you expressed a need and then other people helped you to meet that need. So they're telling you to be generous. You will be fulfilled by being generous. Now, we don't give to get, but just know every time you give and you put good energy out there, you are going to receive stuff back. This is something I tell people who are trying to get into the fashion industry or trying to do hair or makeup or styling or trying to do interior design or who are trying to do graphic design or even writing, drawing, anything like that, acting. I always tell people, you know, get your social media account up and running, put a lot of pictures, show behind the scenes of what you're doing, show examples of your work, get your website up, and then find other people in your area that have a need. You know, for instance, if you're a makeup artist, find photographers that are doing shoots and slide into those DMs or email them and tell them, I'd like to work for you. I'll work free of charge. I'd love to collaborate. I need to get some more stuff in my portfolio and on my Instagram and in my book. And so I'd love to create with you. And, you know, offer your work for free and don't worry about what you're getting in return. And then basically over time, someone's going to give your number out. Someone's going to give your contact out. Someone's going to see the work you made and they're going to hit you up and you're going to make some money off of that. And it's going to help you kind of develop yourself and get more opportunities under your belt. And so that's kind of a concrete example of that. But they're saying you are always going to get rewards for the goodness that you put out there. And for me, I know I'm putting so much goodness and kindness out on this channel. The reward that I get is for every reading I put out there, I get so many kind comments back. You guys are telling me so many sweet, beautiful things every day. And like sometimes the comments just bring me to tears. There's so much love and so much light. So you put love out, you get love back. You put kindness out, you put kindness back. But garbage in, garbage out. You know, if you're complaining, if you're upset, if you're talking shit, if you're gossiping, you're gonna get that back. And I've been on that path before, you guys. I have this gift of speech and this gift of reading people and this psychic gifts and kindness and all this stuff. But back on my earlier journey, before I was woke and before I really understood what I was doing, I used to use my gifts for evil. I would gossip about people. I would slander people. I would talk shit, you know? And I think that's just kind of what you do when you're a kid or when you're in high school. You know, that's kind of, you know, the whole mean girl thing is just kind of part of growing up. And, you know, I was kind of like that. And I think it was a way to protect myself and a way to survive. But there came a point where I really started realizing, like, some of the things I said got me in trouble. And I started realizing I need to change. And so over time, I trained myself out of that, especially when I learned about karma and realized that what you put out comes back to you. I started getting really paranoid of the things I was saying about people and the shit that I was talking about people. And it's very rare that you're going to catch me talking shit these days. I really I just don't want to talk about that. As soon as I talk about that, I just feel the way it makes other people feel. It makes my stomach hurt. I have like a physical reaction to stuff like that. So really start thinking, be honest with yourself. Are you complaining? Are you talking shit all the time? You're going to get that back. And so try to start being kinder. There might be certain people you can't hang out around anymore because they're just going to expect you to act like that. And if you change, they might hate on you. And so this might, once again, a message about cleaning house, trying to create a new atmosphere around you in which you can thrive and become your new self and become kinder and more loving. You reap what you sow. So the Empress is about creativity. And so there's a message that they're telling you, first of all, you want to be creative. We've been talking about this on the channel a lot, that creativity really is the key to you fulfilling your mission and your purpose here in this world. And it's going to help you get to a better place in your life and maybe even be able to quit your day job. So this is very important, but you're worried to move forward. You know, they're saying you will receive enough money to move forward. And like one of my favorite healers, Doreen Virtue, says, first you take action, then the money comes. So this is very important to realize. This is a time for you to be productive. This card is in the center of the spread, very important. It's time for you to use your logic and your intuition to give birth to your desires. Express your creativity. It's very fertile right now. Any seeds that you plant right now will grow in abundance. And that goes along with this card, with you reap what you sow. This is a very powerful time to plant seeds. I think this has to do with the Gemini new moon that we just had. Very important. And they're saying, you know, time to connect with the earth. And if you need a specific amount of money, you're worried about something, place your hands on the earth and pray for what you need. Ask for what you need. I've done this before. I've been screwed. I'm like, I need this money, or I need a model for this shoot that's coming up and everybody's canceled on me. I need whatever. I need a message, I need a sign. And I would go out into nature and I would put my hands on the earth and I would just pray, because Mother Earth will give you everything that you need. And that's a message for you, that you always have this energy that you can draw at all times. The Ace of Hearts is love. And so they're saying love could be coming into your life. You know, this marks the fertile beginning of the flow of love into your life. They're saying you're accepting and receiving on a new level. So it could be that once you start giving your gifts, once you start acting more creative, you realize you reap what you sow, you kind of clean house a little bit, you start going to a higher vibe, you will start attracting love into your life. People that are loving and kind, even a romantic partner. And you will be accepting and receiving on a new level. Your joy will be increased, your health will be increased, happiness is going to be offered to you, and you will feel the positive benefits of these emotions flowing through you. So that's beautiful. Another message about some kind of pleasant surprise that's coming. But maybe right now this sounds a little bit much because you're currently in a hermit mode. So this is a message that it's time to retreat from this kind of mode you've been in. You have been withdrawing to follow your inner light. You've been spending a lot of time on introspection to self-improve. But it's time for you to be mature and to move forward with deliberate purpose. There might be someone who can appear in your life to kind of help you out of your cave. And I'm just seeing that you have become a master at this stage in your life, and it's time for you to become a leader and to get out of your little bubble and to really seek something new in your life. So I hope this message resonates for those of you guys that chose it, and we're moving on. So now we're going to do my angel deck. So for those of you guys that chose my angel deck, let's go ahead and get your message. Okay, very interesting. I know a lot of you guys are staring at this card down here. So I see, obviously, you're on some kind of journey right now. This could be a physical journey. This is a time in the year and in the energy where a lot of people start to think about vacations or maybe moving somewhere else. And with the Gemini new moon, there's this highlight of traveling as well. And so there might be something you're thinking about with regards to that. I am seeing that you have to realize that you didn't come to this earth to be a slave and to work for the man 9 to 5. Some of you guys are doing a 9 to 5, but it's actually part of your purpose and you're feeling fulfilled. So if you're feeling fulfilled and you're living that lifestyle, don't feel bad about it. You know, some of us are very fulfilled in that routine and doing a job that is our passion. And there's a way to flow with that and make that work. But a lot of you guys are just doing things, paper pushing, chained to your desk, working for retail or customer service, and you're just like, wow, I feel like a slave. And so they're telling you you're going to find your fulfillment through your creativity. What else are you going to do? I find a lot of people that they're doing this whole slave thing. They try to go back to school. They think, okay, what's going to get me the most money? And so they choose a career like nursing or medicine or law or whatever. If you're being called to do that and you're a healer and you're happy about that choice and that fulfills you and that's where you belong, I'm not dissing on any of you guys who are choosing that path. Keep doing that. But others of you guys, you need to ask yourself, am I just doing this because everyone else is? Am I genuinely being called to do this, or am I just playing it safe? Am I just thinking what's going to get me the most money? What is everybody else doing? Because the truth is, money flows where your energy and your passion goes. So being creative is the way you're going to make the most money. And so for me, in my life, I had this really steady job. I was making decent money. I was a healer. I was doing swim teaching. I was actually a really good swim teacher. I was working in people's homes, getting paid really well because I taught infants how to swim. Not many people can teach like 6-month-old babies how to swim. I was a healer though, so I could pretty much anything with children or with animals or helping and healing is going to be something I'm good at. And so I did this for a while, but it really wasn't fulfilling me, and I didn't like the routine of the job. I didn't like the 9 to 5. I was also teaching community CPR classes and stuff like that and training people how to teach water aerobics and all this stuff. But after a while, I had this bigger dream for my life. I was a really creative person. I wanted to be a fashion stylist. I wanted to work in Hollywood. I wanted to do makeup. Maybe you guys have been following my channel forever and you've heard this story many times. But I bring it up always because this is something I really learned from in my life. I had to take a lot of sacrifices to be creative. I had to work part-time while also being tired at my 9 to 5 job or just teaching the swim lessons and stuff. And then over time, I was able to build my fashion career up and I was able to make money off that and quit. And so it didn't happen overnight, but it was so fulfilling when I finally was able to make money being creative. And at this point, now I've got this business going with my tarot and it's incredibly fulfilling. I mean, yesterday I worked over 8 hours doing readings. It was really tiring, but at the end of the day, I just felt so happy and so pumped and so energized and so thankful. And I just was sitting on my back porch watching the sunset thinking, this really beats swimming in a pool for 8 hours. This really beats being stuck at a computer in an office, you know, just making schedules and doing boring stuff. This really beats being bullied by my old coworkers, you know? So I was just thinking that everybody like me has this creativity and has this natural talents and natural gifts, and we're born with this. Everybody's unique. For you, maybe it's not fashion. Maybe it's you're really into history and you really want to speak about history, and maybe you're really into writing, and so you want to write screenplays, or maybe you want to dance. And so whatever it is, there's a million different ways you can be creative. You just might not feel like this is going to make you enough money, or it's going to take, you know, it's going to take a lot of time. And looking back, if someone told me, you know, promise it's going to take you 10 years of work in order to be able to get your first paycheck as a stylist, I would have been like, oh my God, I can't do this. But how I got there was just taking it day by day, and I had fun along the way. It's fun doing what you love. So be creative just for the sake of being creative. have a long-term goal, have a dream, have a plan, make a vision board or a mood board for it, and have a plan, but don't get discouraged if it takes a long time. Spend your time in the evenings and on the weekends hustling towards your dreams. And I always tell people, might as well die trying. That's eventually what got me to where I'm at right now. And now I have more dreams. I have more creative goals. And I have no idea how long it's going to take me. You guys all know I have this dream of becoming, helping women out of abuse, like having a foundation, a nonprofit or a not-for-profit organization, and I have no idea how long it's going to take me, but I'm just going to keep taking steps and going and being creative and planning and mood boarding and dreaming and taking little steps, and eventually I'll get there. And it doesn't really matter. Time is just something that we created. It's not really the truth. Our souls are infinite, and so while you're here manifested in this body on this earth, you might as well do something to make yourself happy. You know, a lot of you guys are healers and you want to serve people, but you really need to think like, what's going to serve you? Because I ended up in that healing career and I was fulfilled, you know, helping people, swimming, teaching people, but I realized I have more I want to do. And so maybe you guys are like in a line of work where it's like, it's working for you, it's stable, it's comfortable, it's secure. I'm not telling you just to throw in the towel and quit. You need to be logical here, but also use your intuition to be able to have a dream outside of that job, to be able to move towards your creativity, and this will fulfill you. And I do believe that you can make money off of this. I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to make free courses to teach you guys how to actually get out of your day job and get into the real career and industry you want to get into. This is about you creating a lifestyle for yourself that's more fun and that is just more fulfilling. And also the job doesn't become as bad once in the weekends and on the evenings when you start working towards your creativity. It's not hard to go back into work. You don't feel so miserable because you're feeling fulfilled because you know that your life is well-rounded and you're taking action towards where you want to go. And so it makes you happier when you go back into work and you feel like, wow, like I'm working this job to get the money and the resources to be able to support this thing I really want to do. And so it feels a lot more cohesive. And then I'm seeing you're getting a lot of clarity right now when it comes to your purpose through spirituality. Maybe some of you guys weren't really spiritual before you found my channel. And this is very personal to each person. You guys know here on the channel, this is a place no matter what religion you are, even if you're atheist, I don't care. Like, this is not about trying to convert anybody to a religion or anything. It's just about getting you to open up to the power that you have inside of you, being connected to this earth and the unseen forces. And so maybe you're starting to realize, maybe I do have a purpose. Maybe it's not a coincidence that I am who I am and that I have these desires inside of me. And so they're telling you to be reassured. Like, hopefully you find reassurance in knowing that it's not a coincidence that you desire the things that you desire and you want the things you want, because that is going to lead you towards your purpose. I wanted fashion so bad, but I thought, why do I want this? It's so frivolous. It's so, so many people judged it and I believed them and I thought this is dumb and I should just be realistic or whatever. But I feel a lot more reassured now, realizing this all was meant for a purpose. And I'm doing sustainable eco-fashion and stuff like that. So I've been talking a lot about myself during these readings today, but I really want to just show you guys how this manifests in a life. And hopefully you guys can really relate. There's an opportunity for you here. They're telling you to be flexible. Just like I look back and I realized I was being flexible. I had to, on the weekends I was a fashion stylist, and then during the week I was a swim teacher, getting in the pool, singing "Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round." It was a really strange life. Your life might be strange. You might be acting in these plays and then going and flipping burgers or something. And so it might kind of be strange for a while, but they're saying it doesn't matter. Like, you need to follow your truth. Also, a random message for those of you guys who picked this. You probably needed to hear this message too, but there's a few of you guys who are wondering, what's going down with me and my twin flame? Is this person my twin flame? Am I going to connect with the twin flame? I feel like the answers are yes, because when you get into alignment with your creativity, with your purpose, taking steps and taking the opportunities, focusing on yourself and developing yourself, you get into alignment. And when you're in alignment, you start attracting the people, the places, the situations that are in alignment for you. So this is usually when your twin flame shows up. So how to attract your twin flame? how to get to a twin flame reunion, work on yourself, do the things you love, follow your desires towards your purpose. We're all on a journey. I hope this resonates with you. Peace out. So for those of you guys that chose my personal deck, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh. All right, so your message is pretty simple. The first thing they're saying is reach out to that new friend, okay? So they're saying it's the perfect time to reach out to that person who left such an impression on you. This is the next step. You're going to be given the gift of optimism, and also you will receive guidance and clarity when it comes to communicating with this person. So whoever this is for you, reach out to that new friend. Next, I'm seeing something about an opportunity coming through this person. They're saying the opportunity you're considering should be grasped now. You need to put your head under these emotional waters and dive into your inner strength. So this kind of has to do with this card. They're telling you, stop worrying what other people think. Whatever it is you're worried about people noticing, they're saying they won't even notice. Your ego blows things out of proportion. Chances are you grew up around other people who felt unworthy and insecure. These people were disconnected from their true divine nature and purpose, and so they projected their insecurities onto you. Your fragile brain, still being formed, accepted these feelings long ago, and you just grew up feeling insecure. And so they're saying, let this go. Those insecurities were never yours. It's time to be free, make some new friends, move forward with this opportunity. And then this is a really beautiful message about your finances. They're saying a token is now bestowed upon you. You have been patient, diligent, and wise. These are fragile times you've been going through. There's kind of a message about you being emotional, feeling fragile. They're saying pamper yourself with the finer things in life. Open to receive the karmic stores of wealth coming your way. Let the tide wash in your belief in miracles and out your energy patterns of chaos, fear, and drama. You're going to be given the gift of financial reward. I hope that this message resonates with you, and I hope that all the messages you guys heard today resonated. I'm always excited to see your comments and your feedback, and feel free to let me know if you guys have any other topics you want to see for my pick a card readings. Of course, I want to know what you guys want. Even if you guys can't purchase a personal reading from me, I want to be able to help you in any way that I can. With that said, if you would like to receive your own personal reading, head to promiseharmony.com/services. Peace out.